What's up? What's up? Can you believe it? We're finally here, draft day. You know, your boy got the custom made Skunkadelic All Stars jersey thing. He said, right there. Here we go. We're ready to do it. We've been building up towards the No Guts, No Glory League. I want to make sure you guys can hear me though. Give me a big thumbs up so you guys can hear me. I need some thumbs up. I need some. Over here, I can actually see myself. Let me see. Nice. Can you hear me okay? Let me make sure the volume's good before I get too crazy into this. I'm super pumped. Make sure the volume's big. Everybody hear me okay? Um, Make sure the voice is coming through. We did this the other day. It's like the first couple minutes that we didn't get any. Some wait for some thumbs up in the chat. Give me some hollers in the chat. Holla at your boy. The one and only Skunky D is here. Yes. Kicking it off live. So we got the first pick in. I can't wait to go over that with you. Everybody can hear me okay? Great. Thank you so much. Anson's in the house. All right, we got Leo in the house. We got Joe in the house, Joe Mama. So, all right, so let's jump into it real quick then. So, when I decided I wanted to do a Dynasty fantasy draft, okay, or Dynasty fantasy league, obviously you have to do a draft to start it, but yes. So when I decided I wanted to do that, I thought, man, how do I want to do it? How can I go about it to make the absolute best possible league, make it the best possible experience for myself and the other people in it? So I consulted and researched and met with people and talked with people about how to structure it, the scoring settings, how to set it up, how to do all this. I want to make sure I had that done first. So I had that all laid out, put together the website. So you can go to No Guts, No Glory League right now. No Guts, No Glory League.com. Check it out. All the structures there, the settings, the buy-in, everything. So we did a $100 buy-in. You buy in for 2 years. So it's a $200 buy-in for this season and the next. And then I had to figure out how am I going to get the right people. So I put out an application. We had over 50 people apply. I met with around 20, 25 people. Did video call with every single person. Met with them via video call. Spent about 10, 15 minutes with them. Vetted them. And then from there, selected who was going to move forward to be one of the managers. So here we are right now, No Guts, No Glory. We made it through all that process, setting up a Discord, setting up the site, meeting everybody, getting everybody in. Getting everybody in sleeper, getting everybody's buy-in, all that stuff is now done. We're ready to go, and we are ready. We are ready to rock and roll. So I just want to read a couple of things first. First, we got to make the announcement. Okay, we got to make the announcement of the initial No Guts, No Glory number one pick. Okay, it was by South Beach Explorers, number one pick. Okay. Let me read you what South Beach Explorers had to say. So, greetings from the shores of Santori, gentlemen, where it's already tomorrow. So, just a quick backstory: he is traveling. He's in Europe right now. 6 hours difference. I believe 6 hours. I think difference. So he was worried he wasn't going to be able to be here for the draft. So he actually asked me if I could draft for him because he said I didn't think he could stay up. He didn't think he was going to make it. But he stayed up, guys. He's a trooper, a straight OG. He stayed up to make his own pick. He stayed up to do it. But he sent me this information. He posted this in the group, in the league chat. But he sent me this as well, just in case he didn't make it. But he did. He did. The draft went off at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time today, and he did it. He got his pick in shortly after it started, so that was great. He stayed up, made it all the way through. So again, greetings from the shores of Santori, gentlemen, where it's already tomorrow with the first overall pick in the 2025 No Guts, No Glory startup draft. The mighty South Beach Explorers plant their flag and select Jamar Chase, wide receiver, Cincinnati Bengals, the number one fantasy wide receiver last year. That's who he selected first. So here's his little reasoning, his little blurb that he has for us. This wasn't a walk on the beach, boys. It came down to a battle of titans. Chase versus Josh Allen. But in the end, I couldn't pass up on locking down a generational wide receiver one talent, especially with the third round reversal looming like a kraken in the deep. Wow. We're talking about last season's fantasy wide receiver king, a guy who can carry a franchise and leave defenders and league mates in his wake. So now I sit back and wait for pick 2.12. I don't think that's right though, right? Because I think he doesn't. It's gonna go to. It's gonna be pick 2.24, right? Wouldn't that be pick 2.24? Right. Adjust that in the chat if that's right. I think that's right, right? So it should run all the way through. 12 will pick again at 13, 14, and then it comes all the way back around. So I think that's what he meant. So watching, plotting, and analyzing as your strategies unfold like cheap poker hands. Oh wow, I like that little throw out there. So he said he had that all written down, ready to go. Howard the Duck said, "Sleep well, sweet prince," so he could get a little rest in. South Beach Explorers now, if he stayed up. Probably ruined his whole vacation now. Didn't throw his whole sleep clock off. What did he say? He traveled to Europe. His sleep clock's already off. He probably still awake. Can't fall asleep. So that was great. Appreciate it. Now what they're talking about me now, because I'm on the clock now. I picked second, so I'm actually right here. They're patiently waiting. All of them are patiently waiting for me to make my pick. They're chomping at the bit. They're salivating at the mouth right now, waiting for me to make my pick. So let's see what a couple of them have to say. Let's see. Oh, he followed up. He said, "I will now ride off into the sunset and use my 8 hours if I have to. I didn't want to hold up the draft on pick one. Had to wake up and make sure I picked Chase." So that's great. Thank you so much for doing that. That was great. That's dedication right there. Appreciate that. These are a great group of guys here that we got. So very excited about it. Now that I'm on the clock, they're already putting up polls to see who I'm going to pick. So here's the options: Josh Allen, okay, Josh Allen, Rudy. Now I live very close to the University of Notre Dame, so Rudy. Joe Montana, again, Notre Dame. And then other. So right now we have 0 picks for Josh Allen. Nobody thinks I'm going to pick Josh Allen. One person thinks I might pick Rudy. 3 people think I'll pick Joe Montana, and 3 people think I'll pick other. So interesting there. Now Banson said my money's on Burrow, so he thinks I'm going to go Joe Burrow. That's a good pick. Joe Burrow, based on our structure and our format, was the number one player. I think not even quarterback. I think just the number one overall player last year, based on our point structure that we currently have right now. So he would be a good pick. He'd be a good pick to go. I do have his jersey, so that makes sense too. Speaking of that, he said, mind you, this is Flying V. Said pen strap, chin strap penguins. Say that 3 times fast. Chin strap penguins. He said, mind you, Skunk doesn't do Dynasty, so this could get interesting. Okay, very good, very good. Now, you think, after all the research that I did to set up this league and all the stuff that I put in there, you don't think I'm going to research my pick? You don't think I'm going to research? Come on, man. I got that custom-made Skunk and All-Stars jersey right here, baby. Number 1. It's number 1 for a reason, okay? Howard the Duck show. Howard 119, Howard the Ducks as I call him. He says he thinks it's gonna be Daniels. Okay, this is gonna be Jaden Daniels. Great pick, great choice. Young guy, second year, right? But what could make you nervous about Daniels? What could make you very nervous about that is look at C.J. Stroud. Right, I had C.J. Stroud as my quarterback in 23. I did not get him in 24, thank goodness, because he didn't do well. And now look, could that happen to Jaden Daniels? I don't think so. I think he's super talented. I think his work ethic is great. His team's pretty good around. I think they built around him. They got Debo now, so maybe. Flying V said I would go Daniels. Okay, and then Kramer said pretty sure he was wearing an Eagles jersey. Sure he's gonna go Daniels? Question mark. LOL. Right. But to be fair, I'm not a fan of any team necessarily. I'm a fan of players. I do have a Jalen Hurts jersey. I do have a Joe Montana jersey. I do have a Joe Burrow jersey. I do have a Josh Allen jersey coming very soon. So it's the all black Josh Allen too. It's the all black. Ooh, could it be Josh Allen? I don't know, guys. This is crazy. But before I make that pick, okay, we got to talk just real quick. How is the best way to celebrate the Dynasty Startup Draft than by getting into a $5 redraft league on LordSkunk.com? Oh my gooses. You guys got to check this out. Let me see if I got Lord Skunk. Oh, imagine that. Guess what? I happen to have Lord Skunk pulled up right here. Wow. LordSkunk.com. The most fun $5 fantasy football leagues anywhere on the planet. We're going to be drafting next week. Next week starts the LordSkunk.com draft. If you enjoy these drafts, these are fun, but these are slow. We're going to be rapid fire on the LordSkunk.com redraft. Come on, guys. You got to get on this. $5. $5 gets you a pot of $60. $30 goes to the winner. $10 goes to runner up. $6 goes to the season points champ, and then $1 per week bonus for each time somebody gets the top points for the week. So $14 there. So technically, if you got all 14 weeks, you're the top points winner. You get $14. You get the season points winner. You get $6. That puts you at 20. You win the league. You get you're 50. You just 10 extra money. You just 10 extra money right there. What other type of investment is out there that you can 10 extra money like that and have a blast doing it? You can actually have the time of your life doing it. So super fun. The way we have it set up is kind of similar to a dynasty draft in that we got deep benches. We got really fun scoring. We don't have no defense, no kickers, all focused on big play bonuses. So all that is in there. You want to check out the details, just head over to lordskunk.com. You can scroll right down here to the bottom. You can see all the settings. Then you simply click on the Join a League button right here. Bam. Look at that. Drafting on June 24th. Wow. We're less than, like 8 days away, I think. Just hit join, takes you right to League Safe. Everything's done through League Safe. All the money is secure, safe, done through there. Super, super, super easy. Click that button. You get in, you pay your $5. It goes into the pot. League Safe securely holds the money till the end of the season. We announce the winners, or the winners are determined, obviously based on the performance. And then guess what? As soon as you do that, League Safe immediately sends you an email with the link to log in and join the league. Get your team set up, be a part of it, be ready for draft. It's going to be an amazing time. Would love to have all of you there. Cannot wait for it. Now, let's get back. Okay, let's get back to the draft board. Who wants to check out the draft board? Let me see. Where is it? Here it is. Okay, bam. There we go. We're on the clock. As you can see up there in the corner. Let me see if I can move this. I'm going to move that to this side. There we go. So now we can see that. I don't think you can see. Let me go to this view. I think this view would be better. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. So we can see right here, Jamar Chase, number 1 pick. I'm on the clock. I could pick anybody I want. I would not have picked. I'm just going to tell you right now. I would not have picked Chase. Okay, I would not have picked Chase. My strategy was, just so everybody knows, so everybody understands my strategy. I'm gonna pick a quarterback. Okay, my strategy is I am picking a quarterback, no doubt about it. This is a super flex league. We have some elite level quarterbacks there. We do have Josh Allen, right? That's the automatic go-to, right? We do have Jaden Daniels, right? We do have Joe Burrow, for sure, 100%, right? Number 1 player in this league last year based on our point structure. Joe Burrow, he is there. He's available, right? I can choose anybody I want, period. Draft Sharks is telling me Josh Allen. Draft Sharks is saying Josh Allen's your pick. 100% 3D value. I love Draft Sharks. I'm not promoting them. I don't represent them. They're not a promotion of mine. I don't have a link for you to get any discounts or anything like that. But I do like them. I used them last year. Somebody turned me on to them. I thought I would check them out. So I do like them. I think they have some really good input and value as you're going through the process. So if you're interested in Draft Sharks, check them out. I'm not telling you to. I'm not saying that you need to do it or that you should do it. I'm just saying that I like to have just another opinion. I like to have some more data to go along with my research. So I like to use Draft Sharks. I used them last year in a couple of redraft leagues. It was fun. I liked it. I don't always go by what they say, but I like to at least have their opinion of what they would think. For me personally, if I'm take this out for just a minute and take out what the league say sleepers recommending that I go Josh Allen, right? That's what they're saying the consensus pick is. Draft Sharks is saying Josh Allen. Now we have to consider something though here that's important is Jaden Daniels is younger, right? So Josh Allen is 29 years of age, and don't get me wrong. We know that he's an elite level quarterback. We saw Peyton Manning. We saw Tom Brady. We see, there's a lot of people that go very deep into their careers. So technically, by a quarterback standard, I guess you could say Josh Allen would be, you know, I wouldn't say younger, but he was. I would say he's definitely, I would say mid range as far as his age is going to go. Okay, as far as his skill level and all that, undeniable, right? He's proven. So that's the difference. So he might be a little bit older, but you're getting the fact that he's proven. He's proven himself multiple times, and you can look right here. We can see what he did. Where's it at? 2020. Oh, this is 2024. Okay, yeah. No. What is this? Where's his? Oh, here's his points. Okay, so fantasy, so PPR, which this is. I don't think that really matters for this particular scenario, but he played 17 games. So look at that. So look at his health. So 17 games, 17 games, 17 games, 17, 16. So 16, 22. So the last time he played less than 16 games was 2018, which I believe was his first year in the. I think it was his first year, his rookie year, right? So he might have been able to play that. I can't remember if somebody else started, then he came in late or something. So it looks like he's pretty consistent as far as his health, right? He's at elite level. He just got married, right? So he's got a lot riding on that, right? He's got to pay for a wedding and all that stuff, I'm sure. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure she makes pretty good money too. But yeah, so I don't know. I think that even though he's a little bit older than, let's say, a Jaden Daniels or a Caleb Williams, he's a little bit older than those guys. I think he's proven himself on who he is. But let's take a look. So if I was not looking again at Draft Sharks and I was not looking at the sleeper, I was just going by my own, just my own thought, my own kind of consensus. Another way that I could lean would be Jaden Daniels, right? Because Jaden Daniels, younger guy, right, 24 years of age, had an amazing season last year. I mean, phenomenal what this guy did as a rookie, especially when you compare him to somebody like Caleb Williams. I think the Caleb Williams situation was more of a coaching thing potentially. But yeah, so Jaden Daniels did phenomenal last year. I think really beat all expectations. Again, he played 17 games. It says he played 17 games here. I think though, I thought he missed the game though. Thought he missed it. Oh, actually, because there's 18 games now. Because I gotta buy. What? I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. Let's see. Does it show me last year's? Let's see. There's the buy. Yeah, it looks like he played. Looks like he played every game. So yeah. So okay. So another guy that did well. Did pretty well. So you got Jaden Daniels. You got. Josh Allen, obviously. Lamar Jackson, don't get it twisted. Lamar Jackson's a great quarterback. You got Joe Burrow. So I mean, those would be like the four. That would have to be like the four that you would have to consider, right? Those would be the four. That's what they're saying here. Jalen Hurts, yeah, I do have a Jalen Hurts jersey, but I had Jalen Hurts in my leagues last year. But he was like the quarterback I targeted the most. But I won my main league with Joe Burrow last year, so I did win with him. So. Let's look at him. Let's look. 28 years of age. Okay, 1 year younger than Allen. I would say by far of anybody else has some of the most amazing weapons. Right? He's got Jamar Chase, who just got picked number 1 overall. Right? That just shows you the value of Joe Burrow. Right? Jamar Chase really shows you the value of Joe Burrow. You got T. Higgins. You got Chase Brown, right? The quarterback or running back coming back. So I don't know. Joe Burrow could be a good one too. Number 3 overall quarterback, Joe Burrow. So could be good. Could be good there. Lamar Jackson, man, he does not get the credit that he deserves. But I think it's kind of his own fault because look at that, number 1 quarterback overall. Yeah. Like, I know he's great. Like, I know he's an elite level quarterback. But just for whatever reason, I don't know if it's his personality. It's just, I don't know. Hate to say it, but it's probably not going to be Lamar. Okay? So we got Josh Allen. I got Josh Allen. I got Jaden Daniels, right? Talking about Jaden Daniels. Hang on a minute. Let me turn my phone. I keep getting blown up here. Josh Allen, Jaden Daniels, Joe Burrow, right? That's probably the top three, right? Who do you think? Who do you think? Let me see the chat. Let me just see the chat. What do you guys see in the chat? 17 games because of playoffs. Yeah, but I think actually, Seth, it was because I think it was the bye, right? Because there's 18 games, one of those is a bye, so I think he played all of them, right? I think that's what happened. Now, I could go crazy, dude. What if I just went nuts and got Brock Bowers? Like I just want to tank my team. What if I just want to tank and pick Brock Bowers second overall? And I was like, you know what, I'm all in. Now Bijan, if I was a little bit deeper in the draft, I would have took Bijan for sure. I think Bijan's going to be a hitter. He's going to be a killer. I'm excited for somebody to get Bijan. But I think at this point, there. Oh, okay. Leo's thinking Daniels. Who's after me? Who's drafting after me? Okay, so Mick is drafting after me. Mick is the Fighting Pheasants, I believe, right? So the Fighting Pheasants is going to be after me. Then H Town K Dogs for Kramer is going to be fourth. Howard the Ducks is going to be fifth. Dr. Sweet's Big Pick Energy is going to be sixth. Flying V, Chinstrap Penguins is going to be coming up after that. So, all right. So here we're going to do. Okay, I want you guys to throw up in the chat right now, in the YouTube chat, Twitch, whatever. Throw it up in the chat right now on the screen so we can see it. I want you guys to throw it up. Who you think I'm going to pick? Who do you think? Not who you want me to pick. Don't try to use your Jedi mind tricks on me. Okay, don't try to say who you think you're going to get me to try to pick. Tell me who you want, who you think I'm actually going to pick. Who do you think I'm actually going to pick? I kind of dropped some hints out here throughout this whole thing. Let's see. Who do you guys think I'm going to pick? Blow that chat up. Until we get that chat blown up, I ain't picking. So blow that chat up right now on who you think that I am going to pick. And while we're waiting for that chat to blow up, right quick, like, let's just pop over. I just want to show the No Guts, No Glory website just real quick, just so you guys can see if you guys want to follow along. Let's go ahead and pull that up here. There we go. No Guts, No Glory. So this is the here. Actually, you know what? I can do this. I can actually add this too. So there we go. All right. No Guts, No Glory Dynasty League. So you can check it all out. So this is the website that I launched with. This is what the managers came in. Now down here there was an application that they would click on, and that's now closed. But they would click on that application, they would fill that out, and then we go from there. But here's all the features, the key features of the league. If you click on the settings and bylaws, it brings you in. It shows you the league mission, league overview, payout structure. First place is going to get 720. Second place 240. Third place 120. So even if you get top three, you're in the money. Then we're going to do a regular season's points champion. Again, you're in the money. So the four people that so you got really basically like right a one in three or 1 in 4 chance, depending on how you want to look at that, right? Because you do get the regular season points winner. That could technically not be one of them, right? It could not be for a second or third potentially, but probably more than likely it's going to be one of these people are also going to win this. So that's a double. That's kind of a double bonus there. But technically, there could be 4 different people. So you got a 1 in 4 chance to up your money. So that's pretty good. 2-year buy-in commitment, draft rules, all that stuff's here. Super exciting. To actually now kick this off. So building all this, right? So building all this structure, doing all this, and then now, flipping that back, or fast forwarding all that, and here we are today. Now we're actually doing the launch. So let's see what people are saying. So they're thinking Allen, they're thinking Daniels. That I'm going to go with. Leo said every mock he did, Hurts fell to him. And then Banson actually even said, "Do we get the Hurts pick here?" Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think I would go with Hurts here. I just don't think so. Don't get me wrong. I think he's great. If it fell a different way, and it made sense for me to take him, I would take. I would reach for him here. I don't think that makes sense. So let's go back over to the draft board here. Let's go back over to the draft board. Where'd it go? There we go. All right, so we're back on the draft board. We are going to make the pick right now. We're going to make the pick right now, selecting number 2 overall. Wow, we're going to make the pick. Guys, this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. I mean, this, like, the anticipation is legit killing me. Guys, it's unbelievable. So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give myself 1 minute. 1 minute. Here we go. All right, we're back. We're back. All right, we're going to. Oh, look at that! Christopher Green says, "Gotta be Josh Allen." Oh wow, you're so sure about Mr. Allen, huh? You're just so sure. Let's take a look here. All right, so I gotta do this though. I gotta get rid of the chat, I think, because it doesn't show. So we got to go back to the tiny. Here we go. This one will show. Okay. So with the second pick in the no guts, no glory Dynasty startup draft, the Skunkadelic All Stars select Josh Allen, quarterback of the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen is a no brainer early pick in any Superflex league. His combination of arm strength, mobility, and high football IQ makes him a perennial MVP candidate. Not only does he put up elite passing numbers, but he also a threat on the ground, adding valuable rushing and touchdowns that boost his fantasy ceiling even higher. Locking in Allen early gives the Skunkadelic All-Stars a cornerstone quarterback to build around for years. In a dynasty format with tight end premium and super flex scoring, having a dual threat quarterback like Allen can be a massive advantage week after week. The pick sets the tone for a strong, competitive roster right out of the gate, baby. Yeah, Josh Allen. Congratulations to Josh Allen, wherever you are. I'm excited to let you know that you have been selected to join the Skunkadelic All Stars as the number 2 pick overall in the draft. Congratulations, Mr. Allen. Super excited for you. Super excited to build this team around you, my guy. Thank you so much. Let's make it official. We ready? Josh Allen. Bam. How do I draft on here? Jeez, guys. Oh, we just hit the plus. Okay, it's different. I only done Sleeper twice. On my second time doing Sleeper. Normally I do Yahoo. So shout out to Yahoo. Diamond level over there, baby. Diamond. All right, before I make this pick, one last thing. Make sure you head over to lordskunk.com, get in one of those $5 redraft leagues. We're drafting next week. You got to get in. Whether you like Yahoo, you like Sleeper, we got them both. Jump over there. I want to have fun with you guys, and I want to make sure that we can do some content, some live streaming, and just make it a season to remember. The best season yet. All right, I'm going to lock it in. Josh Allen. Bam. Got him. Done. Got Josh Allen. Got to make sure I didn't double check. Make sure I didn't click the wrong guy. Got Josh Allen. Yes, we got him. He is now on my team. So Jamar Chase is gone. Josh Allen. We now have the Fighting Pheasants, right? Fighting Pheasants? Is it the Fighting Pheasants? Yeah, the Fighting Pheasants, I believe, are on the clock right now. Here we go. Let's see what's up. Let's get back into the chat too. See what you guys are saying in the chat. Boom, baby. Boom. We did it. We did it. Mr. Allen. Mr. Allen is now on the team. I didn't think I'm going to be 100% transparent and honest with you guys. Like, I really honestly thought I was going to go Jaden Daniel. Like, up until probably today, I really thought I was going to go Jaden Daniel. I was really hoping, because I was kind of mocking this draft, picking like around fourth or fifth. I didn't know that I would pick second overall. So I was kind of going, I was kind of, really honestly, I was kind of debating between Burrow and Jaden Daniels. Like, okay, if they fall to me and Jaden falls, which I doubt he would, but if he did, if Jaden fell to me, in the fourth or fifth, or maybe it was, he wouldn't fall that far. But if he my draft, my mock, he very rarely would even make it there. But it would usually be Burrow, and typically I would select Burrow, if that was the case. If I picked third or fourth, fifth maybe, I would pick Burrow for sure. That's the route that I would go. I don't think you can go wrong with Josh Allen. I think he's proven himself. He's a proven commodity. He's a great person to build the team around. I don't particularly draft people because like I like them or they're like good. They're I like their personality or whatever. But I do. I happen to actually like him and I like his personality. I think he's a good dude. So that's just a double bonus. Don't get me wrong. If Antonio Brown was playing, I would draft him, and he's not a good dude, so I would for sure draft him. I don't care if I was looking for a wide receiver and who's available, I would pick him. That's not the way that I would make my decisions, but it just happens to be a great bonus that Josh Allen I think is a cool cat. And if you really look at what Josh Allen has done, um, with what he's been given is pretty crazy compared to some of these other people, and to put up the numbers and do the type of have the type of performances that he has is pretty crazy. I'm happy with the pick. I didn't think I was going to get him. I didn't think he would. He's estimated to be the number one pick. Um, to go. So I didn't think I would get him. I didn't think I would get to pick second. I thought who knows where I would pick at. Um, but yeah, so I'm glad that it fell that way. I'm glad that I got him. I'm happy with the pick. I don't have any buyer's remorse. I don't feel any buyer's remorse. If I have any, I'll make sure I let you guys know. Uh, but but here we go. Here we go. We did it. We did the draft. I'll do some fun social media stuff with these as well. Hopefully, we'll get some of these out on the socials. So we'll do some picks. We'll get some pictures of the players and whatnot, and logos of the team if we got them for the No Gloss No Glory teams, and we'll put those out there and we'll do fun stuff with that, so you guys can share that or share it with your friends or family, share on your socials as well. But yeah, so it looks like Howard the Ducks his green light's on, Banson's green light's on. They are ready. They're chomping at the bit, ready to go. I don't know where Mick is. He works. I think he works. I'm pretty sure he was the one that said he works evenings sometimes. So he might be working at the moment. But we do have Banson's green light. We do have Howard the Ducks. I think was on. Or was it Flying V? I can't remember. We just saw one of the green lights pop up. But they're live. Let me see if I can flip back over to that. Here we go. Yeah, so you can see their little my green lights on up here. Some of the green lights are on. There's Banson's green light. Oh, looks like Joe Mama's green light just came on. So we're waiting for Mick to do his, and once he does, then we'll be ready to go. Let's see what some of this stuff. Oh wow. Okay. Oh, we can share the draft board. Okay, so I'm going to share the draft board in the Lord Skunk Discord. So make sure you hop over to the Lord Skunk Discord. Now, just real quick on the Discords, we do have a No Guts, No Glory Discord, and we do have a LordSkunk.com Discord for fantasy sports. So I'm going to take the No Guts, No Glory over probably the next week or so, or hopefully by the end of the week. And I'm gonna take that and remake some of the channels and stuff like that. Get all the privacy settings set up, get all the roles set up, all the bots and everything set up the right way. Get that moved over to lordskunk.com, and then all of the No Guts No Glory will move to there, and we'll just kind of eliminate the need for that Discord, and then kind of keep everybody together. Keep all the information flowing into one Discord. We already have like around 1,000 people in the Lord Skunk one. No Guts, No Glory is kind of a fresh one. I think we got probably less than 100 people in that one. So we'll just move that over. So for if you're watching this, if you're a viewer and you want to follow along, you want to be a part of the community, or you want to jump in one of our leagues, head over to lordskunk.com, and you can jump in the Discord there. I'm going to go ahead and do that off to the side here as we wait. I don't know if Mick's going to be able to draft here. I'll try to stay on for a few minutes just to see as well. I'm going to go ahead and throw this up in the announcements on Lord Skunk. So Lord Skunk announcements. We are going to put in the at everyone. We're going to say follow along on the No Guts, No Glory, baby. Oh, wow. I switched keyboards today for this computer, and because I did my last live I did, it was like clank, clank, clank. It's like a mechanical keyboard. It's like clank, clank, clank every time I type. So I got a different one. It's definitely a soft typer. You can't really hear it, but I'm not used to typing on it. So follow along with the draft board for the No Guts, No Glory Dynasty League Startup Draft. Okay, so let's do that. So make sure you head over to lordskunk.com. It's got a link to pretty much everything. No Guts, No Glory League.com as well. You can check that out. But lordskunk.com will get you to all the main, all of my main socials and the Discord. And then No Guts, No Glory, they have socials as well that you can follow along as well. So here is the message. I'm going to go ahead and post, and let's send it. Bam. So there we go. All right. Doesn't look like Mick's going to be coming on. Let's give him 5 minutes or so. See if he comes on. If he does, that'll be great. If he does not, well, I hope he's having a great evening at work. So this is a slow draft. So he has, and you can see his timer here. He has 7 hours, 51 minutes right now to pick. Now, at 2 p.m. Eastern time, the timer will stop. So the clock stops from 2 p.m. Eastern to 6 a.m. Eastern. So you have the 4 hours there that it will stop. Oh, Mick's on. Mick's on. His green light's on, guys. Mick is on. His green light's on. Kramer's green light's on. So we could have like boom, back to back to back to back picks. Bam, right there. If we go. So let's see what we got here. Let's see. So we got Mick on. Kramer's green light popped on, so he could come on any minute. Howard the Ducks I think his green light was on there earlier, so we could have like bam, 1, 2, 3 picks. Who knows? Let's see what happens. His green light is on, so let's see what he's gonna do. Let's see who's gonna pick. Throw up in the chat right now. YouTube guys, YouTube, Twitch. Throw it in there. What you think is gonna happen? Let's see what you think is gonna happen with Mick here. What do you think he's gonna do? What do you think the Fighting Pheasants are gonna do? Let's see. Oh, and his light goes off. His light went off, guys. The green went away. Oh, we were so excited for a moment. And then, bam, it was gone. It was gone. No pressure, though. I don't want him to feel pressured at all. That he has to pick or anything like that. So if he's available and if he already knew who he wanted to go with, great. If he didn't, no big deal. All good either way. But while we wait just to see if he does, his green light's back on. It's back on. Let's see. Put in the chat, guys. Put on YouTube chat what you guys think he's gonna do. He picked Jahmyr Gibbs, running back, Detroit Lions, the Fighting Pheasants in the 2025 no guts, no glory, startup draft, selected Jahmyr Gibbs, running back, Detroit Lions. Here we go, baby. Here we go. Wow, that was a surprise. I was not thinking that he was going to go with Jahmyr Gibbs. That's wow. That's pretty cool. That was I was not expecting that. So let's pull up Jahmyr Gibbs. So Jahmyr Gibbs was ranked 10th. So he was the 10th player. So he's a top 10 player, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. So he went ahead of Bijan. So he took Jahmyr Gibbs ahead of Bijan. Wow. Okay. Okay. I like it. That is Kramer's on the clock, by the way. That was a very interesting. That was a very interesting pick. Oh, we got Dr. Swink in the house too. So technically, Kramer, Howard the Ducks, Dr. Swink, Flying V's on. We could do bam, 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 bam. This could be like a redraft draft. But that's crazy, man. That's crazy. Okay, so Jahmyr Gibbs, we got to talk about this. We got to talk about Jahmyr Gibbs. Okay, so that means this is who he left on the board. Okay, so that means he left Jaden Daniels, he left Lamar Jackson, he left Joe Burrow. Okay, he left 3 elite level quarterbacks on the board. Okay, fair enough. Um, so he didn't want to go quarterback. That wasn't his strategy. Understandable. His choice, his pick. I get it. I'm not ever going to knock any of the picks that anybody do. So don't take whatever I say that way. That's not. I don't mean that. That's not my intent at all. But I'm saying then you go to wide receiver. We know Jamar Chase is gone, right? Jamar Chase is off the board. Consensus, hands down, number one wide receiver, no doubt about it. Then that means you got Justin Jefferson on there, right? You got Justin Jefferson on there. Um, that's arguably right. The 1A, 1B, potentially, right? So Justin Jefferson's on there. Jalen Hurts is still on there, right? Jalen Hurts, the tush push was not banned. So, I mean, that you could definitely make a case that Jalen Hurts could be a great pick there. Bijan Robinson. This is the key. This is the key. This is where we're getting here to now. Ninth, they're saying is Brock Bowers. Okay, okay. I would not take Brock Bowers. I would not take any tight end in the first round. Just wouldn't do it. That's my philosophy. I wouldn't. If somebody wants to do it, I'm not bashing them. I'm just saying I would not do that. The consensus pick for Draft Sharks. Draft Shark says that Justin Jefferson um, was probably the pick. At least it's the pick here. So let's get back to Bijan. I want to talk about Bijan then. So he chose Jahmyr Gibbs over Bijan. So I'll be curious to hear from him why why he made that decision. I want to know what research he did or what made him choose Bijan or choose Jahmyr Gibbs over Bijan. Don't get me wrong, I think they're both great players. I really do. Gibbs, I gotta see here. Gibbs, how old is Gibbs? So Gibbs is 23. Oh, so Gibbs is really young. So Gibbs is very young. So that makes sense. Okay, so he's very young, second year in the league. Young guy, 23 years of age. Okay. Not bad there. So let's go back. So Gibbs, 23 years of age, 5'9", 202 pounds. Okay, number 3 running back, number 12 overall is what they're saying. Let's take a look at. I'm going to move this though. I just don't want anybody to feel like they, getting feeling pressured to pick somebody based on that. And then we have Bijan, 23 years of age. So he's also 23 years of age. He's also had 2 years experience. Man, that I don't know, man. I'm just telling you my personal opinion. I was gonna go Bijan. I thought if it came down to it and I had the chance, I would, because I mean, I felt chances were pretty high, right? 50-50 shot. I'm going to go within the top 6, right? So I figured, okay, if I had to go, if Burrow's there, I would grab Burrow, right? Because I thought Jaden and Allen would be gone by that point. Jamar Chase for sure be gone, right? So I figured kind of around that the middle of the draft is where I was kind of like guesstimating I was going to fall because you don't know, right? You don't know where you're going to go, but it's 50% chance I'm going to go within the top 6, right? 50% chance I go in the 7 through 12, right? So for me, I was like, okay, it's Burrow or Bijan is who I'm kind of hoping kind of fall to me. That's what I was kind of hoping, like, okay, so if I go 6, 5, 6, I'm going to get them. So very interesting. Very interesting. Don't get me wrong. I think Jameer Gibbs was great. I had Jameer Gibbs on one of my champion. Well, I had Bijan too. So I had both those players and Joe Burrow on a championship winning team last year. So I'm not mad about that. It's great. It's just a little bit of a curveball, like they said in the chat. It's a little bit of a curveball, right? Was not expecting that it would be Jameer Gibbs. Now, okay. I mean, if you would have picked Bijan, I mean, it would have been like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Or you would have, even if you would have went with a non-quarterback and went with Justin Jefferson, that's great too. I mean, I can see that. But Jameer Gibbs, I like it, man. I like it. That's no guts. No, that's the definition of no guts, no glory, right there. That is the true definition of no guts, no glory. Because if that pays off, which I think it very well could, even Montgomery, we know Montgomery is. Kind of, he's a great back too. Don't get me wrong. Montgomery's a great back. He got hurt last year, and Jameer Gibbs just went straight bananas. And he was already going bananas with Montgomery. So that could really pay off. So that's a great no guts, no glory moment to look back on at the end of the season, or as we get towards the end of the season, or even halfway through. We can go back and probably start doing some commentary on that. So that'll be interesting. Very interesting. Now Kramer's on the clock. Now Kramer's green light was on. I know he's probably watching this. I'm sure he's watching this. I'm sure he can hear me. His green light was on, so I know he's probably researching, thinking, making some moves. Probably, maybe who knows? Maybe he's mock drafting right now. I have no idea. So going back to the timer on a slow draft. If you've never done it, this is my first time doing a slow draft. I did join a what are they called? What's that? DraftKings. I did do a DraftKings best ball. I'm in right now. It's a slow draft. Just trying to get a feel for this. I just want to kind of have a prep. It was like a $3 buy-in with some promo they had or something like that. So it was like a $3 buy-in league or something. I just wanted to just try to feel the slow drafts, kind of get a vibe for it. I don't think it's going to be the same as here because who knows? Those people are just randos. But I did get a little bit of feel for it, so this will be very interesting. I think the initial wave of this, like tonight, I think probably will go fairly quick. I think a lot of these people, a lot of our team members or lead managers have been kind of anticipating this, waiting for this. So I think it's going to go fairly. I mean, look at that. We started. Take my pick. My pick really, I had to get set up for the stream. I had to be able to get here where I could actually stream, so I kind of put mine on hold. So I think that yeah, we're moving along fairly decent for a slow draft. We are now less than 2 hours in. We already have 3 picks. Take an hour out of that because it was me kind of holding it up, getting ready to stream, getting in a position where I could stream. Yeah, so I think we're moving along really good at a good clip. But he does have 7 hours and 51 minutes. Well, technically longer than that because it's going to shut off, right? The timer stops from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. Eastern time. So, I mean, technically he has around, 10, 12 hours technically in real time to be able to do it. But very interesting. So I don't think we'll have to worry about getting too deep into them with most of these people. I see Chino is on there, and the Pony Panda's green light's on, so he's down. He's pick number 11. His green light's on, so he's there. If you're watching, put your green light on. Jump into sleeper real quick, so your green light pops. Let's see who's listening in. We'll see what green lights pop up there. So we got me, and we got Pony Pandas right now. Chino 2424. Let's see if we get any other green lights that pop. Come on real quick. Jump into sleeper act. There's a little delay in the stream, so let's see. Let's give him a minute. See if anybody pops in. But very interesting with the Jameer Gibbs pick. I like it. I like it. It was kind of shocking. I wasn't ready for that. But very good. That's the beauty of no guts, no glory. That's the beauty of trying to do mock drafts to prep for this stuff. You cannot prep, man. You cannot prep for a human, right? A bot cannot do what a human can do. A bot would not have picked probably Jameer Gibbs 3rd overall in the startup dynasty draft. Looking at it, it makes sense. Very similar. There's Kramer. Kramer's back on. Green light's on now. Green light's on for Kramer. Christopher Green's on. Christopher Green's light's on right there, boy. Yeah. Here we go. Oh, here we go. The pick is in. In the 2025 inaugural No Guts, No Glory Dynasty League Startup Draft, coming in at the number 4th pick, Kramer's H-Town K-Dogs have selected Jaden Daniels, quarterback, Washington Commanders. Here we go, baby. Here we go. Jaden Daniels all the way to 4. All right, consensus number 2 pick overall in the startup draft, even in this format. That is great. So Kramer got a win there for sure. He's got a great young quarterback. I mean, that was like 99.9% sure that was the guy I was going to go with, no doubt about it. I honestly didn't think Josh Allen was going to be there. So, I mean, that's who I was going to go with. But great pick, Kramer. Josh Daniels is going to be a great quarterback for many, many years in the league and in our league, I think too, right? So that's great. Really happy for him. So congratulations on that great pick. We already know. We talked a little bit about Josh Daniels, or Jaden Daniels, sorry. Josh Allen, Jaden Daniels. I wish I could combine them. Wish I could get a hybrid of Josh Allen, Jaden Daniels. That would be the true super pick. So Jaden Daniels, 24 years of age, 6'4", 210, 1 year out of LSU, right? Wide receiver U. Yeah, good pick. Definitely good pick. Good pick right there. Interesting to see what is going to happen. Let's see. Do we got anything in the chat? Kramer asked me, let me know when you're ready. I'm ready, baby. I'm ready. Fire them away, man. Sorry I didn't see that in the chat. I apologize, Kramer. But congratulations on your pick. That is great. Congratulations to the Fighting Pheasants on Jahmyr Gibbs. He's going to be, no doubt about it, great running back. Coming out of the D, baby. Coming out of the D. So there we go. We got Howard the Ducks is on right now. They're on the clock right now. Let's see what Howard the Ducks is going to do. Bansom's green lights on. Kramer's green lights on still. So let's see what's up. Dr. Swink popped in there, so he's 4th. He's 6th. So he would be picking right after Howard the Ducks. So let's see what Howard the Ducks is going to do, if they're going to be able to get a pick in here. It's exciting now. Now let's see what happens. Let's see what we end up going with here. This will be very interesting to see. Let's look at the board. Let's look at the board and see who we got now, right? So Josh Allen gone to the Skunk Elk All-Stars, by the way. Skunk Elk All-Stars. Jaden Daniels, number 2, right? Gone. We got Lamar Jackson. Again, I told you, Lamar gets no respect, guys. I'm serious. He gets like no respect. I don't know why he's like so. It's gotta be the personality. It's gotta just be like some people that are really good like that. And Josh Allen, you can throw him in that as well. You can throw Burrow in there, right? People that are really good, like elite level status, that just can't get to the Super Bowl, that just can't, because they can't get through the playoffs. They should have no bearing whatsoever on fantasy, because fantasy, we don't care if they get. Honestly, we don't care if they get to the NFL playoffs or not, right? We just care about our playoffs, right? But for whatever reason, I just feel, the pick is in. The pick is in. Oh wow! In the 2025. No guts, no glory, Dynasty startup draft, Howard the Ducks have selected number 5 overall, Justin Jefferson, wide receiver, Minnesota Vikings. Wow. Nice. So I would consider the 1B wide receiver. You cannot go wrong with Justin Jefferson. Unfortunately, last year, several drafts I was in a redraft, I was not able to get Jefferson. I targeted, though, a lot of Tyreek Hill and CeeDee Lamb last year, which, that worked out. So no, great job in that pick. Congratulations on that pick. That's great, Justin Jefferson. Excellent wide receiver choice there. Interesting, though, we are now moving on to the 6th pick. Dr. Swink's green light just came on. So he will probably be making a pick here very soon. So let's see what happens. So Jamar Chase, okay, wide receiver went first. I wasn't expecting that. I didn't think that was going to be the choice, number 1 overall wide receiver. Not a bad pick, but I'm just saying I didn't expect that. I got Josh Allen, so that was great. Jahmyr Gibbs, I would not have thought that number 3 overall would have been a running back. I did not think number 3 overall would be, if it was a running back, would be Jahmyr Gibbs. Like, there's no way. So this is already shaping up to be a wild and extreme draft so far, based on what I envision it to be. So that's, again, you cannot mock this stuff. You could try, But what happens in the real world is completely different. It is completely different than what you thought. Then comes in Jaden Daniels, which is great. I think that's a great pickup. But Kramer, I mean, technically, based on the consensus, Daniels fell 2 spots, so that's a great value. We got Kramer's gonna get great value out of that to get Josh Daniels, or I keep saying Jaden Daniels, in a number 2 consensus, right, pick. We got him at 4, so that's pretty good. That's great. Justin Jefferson again for Howard the Ducks. Another bold move. So I'm going to tell you already my thoughts on this. I think these guys are already thinking, okay, well, there's going to be a lot of good quarterbacks, super flex, right? There's going to be a lot of good quarterbacks, that are kind of in that mid round, that mid tier, the mid range. So they're thinking like, hey, let me go grab some of these elite people right now, and then I can come back and I can get some value. So in their mind, what I think they're thinking. Okay, and I get to play the psychiatrist right now, right? What I think they're thinking is okay, well, Josh Allen, right? Jaden Daniels, um, they could be, you might be able to pick up like a Bo Nix. You might be able to pick up, um, JJ McCarthy. Maybe you want to take a risk on that, right? Young guy starting, he's gonna be starting this year. There are some people in there that Michael Penix, right? Michael Penix out of Atlanta, right? I mean, he had a phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal those last 2 games that he played. Were crazy. Let's look at that. Let's look at the quarterback. So let's see kind of where we're sitting, right? Because we really probably in most mocks that you do, or most leagues that you look at, when you see this, usually those quarterbacks are going to go first. All right, so here we go. We got Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow's the number 1 player in this league last year. This league didn't exist, but in this scoring format, Joe Burrow would have been the number 1 player. So he's still available. That's crazy. Patrick Mahomes. Okay, Patrick Mahomes. They're saying that he's going to have a positive regression this year. So they think he's going to be more of an offensive powerhouse. Number 1, they have to. They've been kind of protecting him last year, and it worked, but it didn't win a Super Bowl because of it, right? And don't get me wrong, the Eagles were amazing, but they got to take some more risks if they're going to ultimately win the prize. And that's what the Kansas City Chiefs do every single day of every single waking moment, is they are plotting a Super Bowl. Like, some teams are just trying to make it, out of preseason and figure out their starting roster, and some teams are trying to make it to have a winning record. Some teams are trying to just get it to a playoff game, a wild card game, whatever. Literally, the Kansas City Chiefs every single day that they are sleeping or awake, are thinking about Super Bowl. Like everything else is like, that's going to happen. Like, it's already a done deal to them. So they got to make changes. They got a lot of their people back healthy. Rashee Rice is probably, sounds to me like, not going to have the legal issues that they thought he might, or be suspended or whatever. So it sounds like he's going to be there. There's still big plays to be made by Kelsey. He's not going to be a workhorse by any means, but he can still do it. He can still draw coverages. You got some good things going on in KC. So very interesting. So there's some good options there. But now here we go. Okay, so here's the drop off. So here's the drop off of what like Sleeper would say. We could probably look at like Draft Sharks too. Probably be very similar, it looks like. But there's a drop off, right, between Jalen Hurts and then Patrick Mahomes, right? So 7 to 14, that's basically 7 players in between. And then you go from Pat Mahomes all the way down to Caleb Williams, right? 14 to 22. You got almost almost 10 players, 8 players. The pick is in. The pick is in. Finally, we get some respect. Finally, we get some respect on this name. So in the 2025 No Guts, No Glory Dynasty Startup Draft, with pick number 6, Dr. Swinks, Big Pick Energy selects Lamar Jackson, quarterback, Baltimore Ravens. Wow. There we go. So the Lamar Jackson is no joke. We know he can rush. We know he can. He can throw the ball. We know that even with Derrick Henry there, he was still able to get rushing touchdowns, still able to get rushing yards. So he's going to be he's a great player. At consensus, he's a great player. I know his coach believes in him 100%, no doubt about it. And they want to see great things happen with Lamar Jackson. Now, the big knock I would say last year was Mark Andrews didn't show up, right? For whatever reason, he wasn't the tight end that we thought, that a lot of us who tried to draft him thought he was going to be. He just wasn't able to do it. Isaiah Likely came in and spiked like the first week or two. I tried to pick him up in every one of my leagues, and unfortunately that didn't really pan out for the whole season. There just wasn't consistency there. The only thing really